Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Simon, and I do have a hobby. And my hobby is that I'm a rail enthusiast. Basically, I'm a trade spotter. And I also enjoy travelling to different places by train. I am not on YouTube to make myself famous. I do these shows for basically fun. And if my journey is going to plan or not, guess we're going to have to watch this show to find out. Welcome to Simon Trains Railway Journeys. Good morning everyone, and welcome to the Travelodge in Dundee. We're just about to check out now. Today we are doing all stations between, well not all stations, but some stations between Dundee and Glasgow. We're calling at Gleneagles, Dunblane, Larbert, Troy, Bishopsbridge, and Bishopsbridge. So we're going to get the train at 6:50 off Dundee, and once we do that, we're going to go to the Gleneagles first for just over an hour, and then carry on that way. And once we get to Glasgow, we're going home. Before we move on to the station, Gleneagles Golf Course was designed in the early part of the 20th century to be a prime luxury destination for golfers. The Kings and Queens Golf Course was opened in 1919. Now the reason I'm talking about the golf course is because in 1910 the general manager of the Caledonian Railway Company, Donald Matheson, was on holiday in Strathspey, and his railway ran through the valley, and he was so impressed by the surrounding countryside in Scotland, his vision of a large country house hotel built in the style of a palace and provide a leisurely form of golf for the travelling public. But the railway station was opened by the Scottish Central Railway on the 14th of March 1856, but named Crieff Junction. But on the 1st of April 1912 the station was renamed Gleneagles, and another 7 years in 1919 the station was rebuilt and the junction remodelled by the Caledonian Railway. The Caledonian Railway also built the nearby Gleneagles Hotel, opened in 1924, which was located for the G8 Summit in 2005, and the golf course hosted the 2014 Ryder Cup. Leading up to the Ryder Cup, Gleneagles Station went under a major refurbishment as part of a £7 million programme to improve transport infrastructure in the area, and work was completed in 2014. As for the branch to Crieff, it closed on the 6th of July 1964 due to the Beeching Axe. We're now at Gleneagles Station, and I'll be honest with you, this station is absolutely amazing to look at. It is quiet at the moment because there isn't no train for another hour, but it's basically another Aberdeen to Glasgow Queen Street, but the one in the hour time doesn't stop at Dunblane, so we've got to wait an hour and a half since we got off this train at 7:30 this morning. So we've got an hour and a half from 7:30 to wait for the train that drops us off at Dunblane, which during that time we only get like 5, possibly 6 trains in the hour. The next 2 are fast, one about nearly 10 to 8. Then there's one 8:21 fast. Then there's a stopper, which doesn't stop at Dunblane. And then half an hour later after that, was it 25 minutes? 25 minutes after that, there's 2 trains that arrive here. One that goes that way, which we might just be able to get, and then there's our train back down that way, which takes us to Dunblane. But yeah, I passed this station so many times on the Scotland holidays. I even passed it on the, no, I even stopped here on the Highland Chieftain, but there was no time to get off to get a photo or video. But I think I'll show you some shots of this station. It is absolutely wonderful. We're still at Gleneagles, and why we've got a bit of time, because the next fast train's not due for another 10 minutes or so. It's going to Aberdeen. Is I just want to bring this up in advancement, because I just got off Twitter with West Midlands Railway this morning. Now, there is 8 train operating companies, Thameslink, Northern, there's Cross Country, Transpennine Express, West Midlands Trains. I can't remember all 8, but there are a few that are involved. Their timetable is now delayed. So we were going to have a brand new timetable on the Chase line between Rugeley and Bergen for 2018 in December. That's now been pushed back to May 2019. And also our electric trains that were going to start to operate on the line in 2018 in December is now being pushed back to 2019 in December, 2019 in May. The reason is because they don't want another Northern fiasco with what happened in May this year. So even though the news is disappointing, I can understand why, because you don't want to rush it and it just falls flat on its back like it did. But yeah, so we don't get our electric trains on our line now between Bougie and Birmingham till May 2019, which is, like I said, disappointing, but it's understandable because you've got to have driver training, route knowledge with them. You've got to see if the platforms are right, the platforms need extending, there's still work to be done. But yeah, the line, see, our electrification is going on well. It could be finished by December 18, but it's rushing it, you see, and I don't want to rush the training and all that. I honestly wish I could stay here all day, to be honest, but unfortunately we have to move on. We're just waiting for our train now, which will be that.
Service to Glasgow Queen Street, calling at Dunblane, Bridge of Allan, Stirling and Glasgow Queen Street.
And then we're going to move on to Dunblane. We might get 2 freight trains at Dunblane, and we're going to get the southbound Highland Chieftain flying through there before we move on to Larbert.
We are now approaching Dunblane.
Dunblane Station was opened on the 22nd of May 1848 by the Scottish Central Railway, but on the 1st of July 1858 it became a junction station when the branch opened to Canada by the Dunblane, Down and Canada Railway. The line was extended to Oban and the line was axed by the Beeching Cuts, formerly closed on the 1st of November 1965. Services which terminate at Dunblane use platform 3 so it can be looped to allow express passenger trains to pass. When there's no express passenger trains, the terminated services from Glasgow Queen Street or Edinburgh Waverley do use platform 2. Soon Dunblane will be electrified as part of the Edinburgh to Glasgow Improvement Programme, which will see track layout changes and re-signalling work taking place here.
This is Bridge of Allan. This
Bridge of Allan station was opened by the Scottish Central Railway on the 22nd of May 1848. There was a small station yard on the east-southbound sides of the line, long disused, and now has been used for new residential accommodation. On the 1st of November 1965, the station closed to passengers. This station was sited to the north of the A9 road, but 20 years later, on the 13th of May 1985, a new station, which is a covered station, opened by British Rail, which is south of the A9 road.
we are now approaching Stirling. Change here for services to Alma. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train.
Larbert station was opened by the Scottish Central Railway on the 1st of March 1848. The line is located on the main line between Glasgow Queen Street to Stirling and on to Perth. It is located near the triangular junction to Falkirk Gravesend and Edinburgh Waverley. The station also serves as interchange for the South Allia branch of the Scottish Central Railway, which opened in 1853 and closed to passengers on the 29th of January 1968. as a result of the Beeching Acts, but the line remained as far as Thrusk until 1978 when the line was served for MOD traffic. The Delhi branch closed to passengers by the London North Eastern Railway on the 28th of July 1930. Before we move on to see the trains at Larbert, there is also something that needs mentioning at Larbert. This was the station where the men of the 1/7th Battalion, the Royal Scotland Leave Territorial Battalion, left the station to head to Liverpool. But on their way, their trains was involved in the worst rail disaster on the 22nd of May 1915, where their train collided in a stationary local train at Quintus Hill. A minute later, the wreckage was struck by a northbound sleeping car express from London Euston to Glasgow Central, and the gas from the lighting system of the old wooden carriages of the troop train ignited by the coal-burning fires of the engines and engulfing all 5 trains. 215 soldiers, later reduced to 214, 9 passengers and 3 railway employees died from the crash, and 264 people were injured. We're now at Larbert station, and this will be our last hour station we're filming today. After this, we're doing every 30 minutes from Croy, Lenzie and Bishop's Bridge. Now they might... Bishop's Briggs. I said bridge, did I? Yeah, Bishop's Briggs. We're just about to fill this 158 out, but there's might be a few interesting things between our next 3 stations. Also, Virgin Trains have lifted ticket restrictions today because of the World Cup being on, England versus Croatia. So if I want to, I could actually leave now and get a train back to Crewe, but I'm not because I'm still going to be on the 1600 out of Glasgow. So I'm going to fill this 158 leaving and then see what else we got. Station was opened by the Edinburgh and Glasgow Railway on the 21st of February 1842, but soon came part of the North British Railway. The station today is served by trains between Glasgow Queen Street and Edinburgh Waverley, Glasgow Queen Street Larbert or Dunblane. The station building on the westbound platform was lost in the 1990s and was replaced similar in design to the building at Bishopsbriggs. Lenzie Station was opened by the Edinburgh and Glasgow Railway on the 5th of July 1848 as Kirk-in-Tilloch Junction, then renamed Campsie Junction in December 1849, then renamed Lenzie Junction in November 1867, and finally named Lenzie in June 1890. The station was the junction for the Glasgow to Aberfoyle line, which lost its passengers in 1951, and today only has services from Allan or Dunblane, stopping here to Glasgow Queen Street. Bishopsbridge Station was opened on 21st of February 1842 by the Edinburgh and Glasgow Railway, but like Croy Lindsay, the station was also absorbed into the North British Railway. The station was scheduled for closure under the Beeching Act in the 1960s. But after a local campaign, the station was saved, but the original station buildings and footbridge were demolished and replaced by a modular ticket office and waiting room, as well as a new footbridge. And in 2002, the ticket office and waiting room was replaced with a modern glass and steel building. The station was briefly featured in Bill Forsyth's 1980 film, That Sinking Feeling. We're at our last station in Scotland that we'll be filming, Bishopsbridge. After this we are travelling to Glasgow Queen Street, then a quick walk through Glasgow to Central Station. Once we're at Glasgow Central Station we're on the 1600 to Crewe, but it goes to London Euston by Bergenblue Street. And then once we're at Crewe, I've got an hour to kill at Crewe because I deliberately booked myself with the advance ticket for the 2015 back to East Trent Valley. As an ambulance goes by, so once I get to East Trent Valley I'm actually getting a lift back home. But I might be able to do my outro at East Trent Valley before. If not, I'll do it at Crewe. I might just do it at Crewe actually after I've been to McDonald's. We'll see anyway. We've still got a few more trains to film here.
We are now approaching Glasgow Queen Street.
We're running about 12 minutes late because they had problems at Lancaster. They stopped the train outside Lancaster, slowly went through Lancaster, and they wanted the driver to inspect the track beyond through Lancaster itself. I think it's because of the track circuit and all that. We just, I think we just got through Weaver Junction, so we're near through anyway. But it don't affect us too much because my train is 2012 off Crewe. We're not that late.
Shrewsbury, Church, Stratford, Craven Arms, Ludlow, Leominster, Hereford.
We're now on a train heading back to Bridge of Allan now. We had 6 days in Scotland and it has been brilliant, to be honest. There's been some good, there's been some bad, there's been some planned changes, but not really much to say that it has been a terrible trip. Friday we did the Cathcart Circle from the 1894 section of Cathcart to Pollokshield West. And then we went on to Annie's Land and Rutherglen, which was brilliant. No problems there. Actually quite enjoyed Cathcart itself. Then we went, did some stations around Scotland, like in Lithgow, Slateford, we did Rutherglen on Friday. Polmond, Falkirk, Grainston, cleared the Allan branch. Edinburgh Park, everything was alright till we got to after Edinburgh Park, which I had to do Camlon. Because of, there was a train cancellation at Lithgow when I was supposed to catch a train.
We are now approaching Kidsgrove.
Actually, we're approaching Kidsgrove now. Let's see if any people get on Kidsgrove. But yeah, so the next day, Sunday, we finished off the Cathcart Circle, the 1886 section, from Pollokshield East to Mount Florida, and then went on to the Luton branch, no problems there. Went over to Edinburgh by Bathgate, which was brilliant. Next we decided to take a journey from Monday. We went on the Cathcart Circle. Had to leave South Guy on North Queensferry because of problems at Dunblane I, with a signal failure. A massive signal failure just before the fourth bridge. But other than that, everything was alright. We did manage to film at most stations on the route. We did press the pads as well in Musselburgh. But yeah, next week, Tuesday, we went to Avibor, did the Strathspey Railway. We did manage to get to Broomhill behind the Caledonian Railway's 828. Hoping no one gets on here because I want to carry on with this intro. If they do, then I'm going to have to stop it. But nope, looks like no one's getting on. Nope, no one's getting on. That's fine. It's fine with me. Yeah, so we're at Kingsgrove now. So, yeah, we did the Caledonian Railway 828 with the 31, of course. So, that went round well. We did get some footage at Avibor, which that was successful as well.
Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to Northampton. The next stop will be Stoke-on-Trent.
So we did a bit of Avibor. Did missed the freight train at Avibor as well, but lucky I got it. Then went back to Haymarket, did some filming there. Then went over to Dundee to clear Ladybag to Dundee because I haven't done that section yet, which was the first time I went over the Tay Bridge. I think it's a bit longer than the fourth bridge to be honest, but I don't know. Next today actually, we cleared stuff from Gleneagles. I do want to eat Gleneagles actually. I did love Gleneagles. Loved it so much. Really loved it. I wish I could stay there all day to be honest and just watch the trains go by. But I had to do Dunblane because it was on the list. Had to do, I'm going to hold on actually because we're about to cross over at Kingsgrove. What did I say? Oh yeah, we did Dunblane, we did Larbert, we're changed to Stirling, we did Croy, which was half an hour station, did Lenzie and we did Bishop's Briggs. Then went back to Glasgow Queen Street, walked into Central, got 390 Charles Mackintosh to Crewe, and now on 350 117 to Bridge of Trent Valley. So that's basically it. That's the whole summary of a Scotland trip. It's good. Hopefully, if everything goes well, we might go back up to Scotland in November because I want to do the Bowness Railway because they got to go there in November, 3rd and 4th, which is the Caledonian Railway's 828, which we saw at Avibor. We've got number 419, which is a tank loco, and it'll be the first time two Caledonian Railway locos were paired together. They were trying to get the Caledonian Railway single there as well, which is at the museum, but the problem with the museum is they need a year's notice before they can move it out. So that would not be intended. But anyway, I'm going to end it now because I have been talking for 5 minutes and 26 seconds. So, Scotland trip was successful. That's all the summary cleared up. So you can subscribe me at Simon Trains Mail Journeys on Facebook, Twitter at Simon Trains, Instagram at Simon Trains. I'm going to enjoy the ride back to Rugeley. And probably see you at Rouge Trent Valley. Well, next time you'll see footage at Rouge Trent Valley when this train leaves, or I might be getting off the train. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one when it will ever be. Because to be honest, I don't know when it's going to be.